the Master Electrician and Production, Audio, and Video Engineer for the Department of Theater and Dance. What brought me to Pomona was Steve Barr, our technical director. So Steve and I worked at a company called SAS, or Stage and Screen Productions, before I'd ever known about Pomona College. He said, "What are you doing in a Facebook IM?" And I said, "Nothing important, what do you got?" And so like 2 weeks later, I was in the green room in the back, and I was in front of all of these people that I had never met, and I was like super nervous. They called me, I think a week later, and I had the job. So I was an interim in September of 2013, all the way until December. They kept extending my contract because there was like dance over at Pendleton. There was like small studio shows, and there was all of these different things, and then the lighting design class needed a thing. And so they just extended me all the way to Christmas. And Jim Taylor was the department chair at the time, and he was like, "Do you want to stay?" And I said, "Yes, please." And I've now been here since then, and September will be 8 years. That is crazy to say out loud. I've done theater for a long time. So some of my inspirations have been people who have nothing to do with theater, people who have everything to do with theater, right? So growing up, I was an engineering sort of a kid. My dad worked at McDonnell Douglas, which then became Boeing, and he saw me like taking apart the VCR for the 4th time because I was bored one day. And he was like, "You should be an engineer, and like you should work with your hands." I started getting into like the space program, and Sally Ride, who was the first woman in space for the US, because we all know that there was one for Russia, whatever. She worked super hard, and it was still unheard of for women to go into space and all of these things, and I saw her drive and I saw her passion. And so I started down that path in 5th grade. And then I got to college, and I was like, this is hard. So I just switched. At the time I was working at Knott's Berry Farm, and I saw that there were more and more women in that industry, but there weren't enough, and I was like, we're gonna fix that. So I have a friend of mine, Lisa Heath, who was stage manager at Knott's, and I like saw her, because I was an usher when I was 15 and a half, this was my first job. She was like just this powerful human, and I was like, I wanna be like her, and she was another inspiration. And then, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a big Star Wars nerd. It's sort of everywhere. My license plate says L Skywalker in it. Carrie Fisher was a no nonsense, in your face, I'm gonna tell you how it is, and you're gonna go with it because I'm a woman and I'm strong enough to do it. And then I think the last sort of inspirational human, at least in my life, is my dad. He was in the service and like worked really hard and got drafted, and he felt like it was backwards, but he was strong and resilient and worked for his kids, and he loved his kids. And you know, he was the one that was like, go and do anything that you want to do, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna be there for you. These students are amazing, and they inspire me to do more and to learn more on my side so that I can teach them, because I want to learn all the weird, fun things that I get myself into all of the time, like this light bulb curtain. Honestly, being in education is one of the most rewarding parts of my life. I don't think I'll ever not work in education in some way, shape, or form. The students are amazing. I do it for them. Weirdos. Okay, so when I was 5, I was a ballerina. So my first show, I was gonna be the prima ballerina. My mom told me that I could do it, and then I started growing. I'm 5'10" on a good day, like if I stand up straight, which I don't all the time because I'm hunched over in some weird configuration of this stage that I'm currently sitting on. I was told that I was too tall and my hips were too big, and so I was like, fine, I'm gonna go do something else then.
And your final question is the wild card.
Oh, shoot.
If you could swap places with any Star Wars character, who would it be and why?
Carrie Fisher. I would be Princess Leia because she's a badass. Harrison Ford is hot. She's a general. She worked her way up not because of her status, but because of the hard work that she did. She knows how to command a room, but she knows how to be soft and caring. She knows when and where to be this human. That's what I try to do.